Hey YouTube, what's up? And JT Sauce came here to bring you guys my review for One Piece. So jumping right into this, like Bleach, it's going to be a double review. So let's get this on. So last week's chapter 804. They were going up the elephant. They were still going up the elephant when a dog or a monkey flew down at them and knocked off Kinemo and Kanjuro. I think that's their ninja friend because he was making the kind of sound that the ninjas make in this universe. So that's definitely their ninja friend. They didn't die. They are okay, which means they probably landed on the Straw Hat ship. Um, I'm wondering how, because it seems like their ninja friend was the person. So I'm wondering how. Also, apparently they used the no jutsu thing in One Piece too, which is really interesting. So I don't know. They just kind of reminded me of Naruto. It's a stupid kind of jutsu though, but still. We're gonna move on, and we're gonna talk about the fact that the dragon. They were gonna turn around, but the dragon couldn't do it. So they kept, chanting the dragon on to go up. And what ended up happening is the dragon actually got them to the top before it turned back into a drawing. And Zoro and Law were just like, it's a stupid drawing anyways. Why are you guys acting this way? Robin, she was just really attached to it for some reason. She somehow had a genuine connection to this. Really poor drawn dragon. In the meantime, Luffy and Usopp are also, I think Frankie too was also just like, no, about the dragon, but, you know. So after the dragon went back, they went into the gate, found out that the gate was forced open. Eventually, Luffy ended up going off on his own, and the rest of the crew were left, including Law, left doing their own thing. They were doing some investigating, seeing that there's been conflict, obviously. There's rubble, buildings, trees knocked over, and stuff like that. And so they're trying to determine there's been some kind of battle, but they don't know what kind of battle happened. There's no smell of gas or gunfire. None of that is in the air, so they're not really sure. At the end of the chapter, a little girl actually comes at Zoro, and Zoro swipes her. That swipe would have been fatal if she hadn't been skilled enough to jump over him. And she actually kicked up off the air and ended up going down at Zoro. So Zoro clashed with her hand. And then somebody came out on a giant crocodile and was like, hey, chill, there's an intruder in the whale forest, we gotta stop them. But this woman was wearing Nami clothing, her bikini top and her, I believe her pants as well. That's where that chapter ended. The chapter picks up right there with Usopp kind of questioning her on why she's wearing Nami clothing, what happened to them. And Nami, just like, not Nami, but the girl that's wearing Nami clothing is part of the Mink tribe as well. And she definitely, her face isn't the face of a dog, so the Mink tribe is like animal-human hybrids, obviously. Because the little girl that attacked Zoro had kind of like lion paws. Very interesting. Zoro commented saying he doesn't know what she was doing, but it felt like she was electrocuting him. So obviously there was some type of electric current going through the sword, passing through his body because of the metal, which is very interesting if they have that kind of power. So, and that power comes up again later on in the chapter. But that's when the girl on the crocodile was like, look, we don't have time to deal with you guys. They gave them directions and said, if you follow these directions, it'll lead you to the bodies of your dead friends. And then after that, the girl and the girl and the crocodile and the little girl, they went off. Now Usopp was kind of upset about it. And until Zoro was like, yeah, Sanji was there with them. He wouldn't have let that happen. And that's when everybody else thought about it. Was like, yeah, that's kind of true. Sanji's not going to let somebody kill off the rest of the crew. So that was the thing. Which kind of shows just how powerful Sanji really is. Brook, on the other hand, I think they could have mentioned Brook too, but Brook doesn't really do a lot of fighting. And when he does, it's kind of quick. But I think Brook can kind of get battle in the future, showing a lot of his power. But going back to this chapter, what ended up happening after that, we go to Luffy, and Luffy is actually engaged in a battle with people called the Guardians, which are basically giant animals. Now, Luffy's obviously fought in giant animals before, except these giant animals can talk. But the giant animals he fought are the reason why he created Gear 4th. So as he's fighting these giant animals, I'm thinking to myself, Is he gonna go Gear 4 for these guys? And he could, but I don't know. I don't think we'll see Gear 4 again just right off the bat. But as far as that's concerned, the dude was trying to electrocute him, but it wasn't working. He was wondering why, so these guys must not know what rubber is. And as soon as I seen that, I'm just like, well, Luffy's a rubber man, so no, obviously it's not going to work on Luffy. But the girl and the crocodile comes in and actually ends up stopping the battle. What ends up happening is that we find out that Law's crew is there. There's this little funny moment where Luffy kept calling Law Trial Guy, and yeah, where Luffy kept on calling him Trial Guy, and the talking bear that was on Law's crew just kept yelling at him, saying, I don't know who Trial Guy is, and we're not Trial Guy's crew, we're the Heart Pirates. And Luffy had to go ahead and be like, look, Trial Guy is Law. So they were just like, oh, okay, I didn't know that. So they haven't been around Luffy for a while, so he didn't know that. Like, Luffy had gave him a nickname. So yeah, but they ended up meeting up with them, and they ended up meeting up with them, and it was just a pretty interesting conversation. And the conversation ended up leading to us finding out that somebody named Jack destroyed the city, because the city had inhabitants, and now everybody's gone, and somebody took the city and tore it down and got rid of all the people. So we're going to be finding that out next chapter. I think what we're going to be doing is meeting up with Sanji next chapter, so that's also something that was said. But that's basically where the chapter ended. With that being said, this was a good chapter. I like this chapter better than the Bleach chapter. Like I said on my Bleach review, I like last week's Bleach chapter better than last week's One Piece chapter, but typically One Piece is a bit better. Good chapter, great improvement from last week. Can't wait to see what's going to happen next. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Subscribe to my channel for more One Piece content, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.